These 4 fragrances make up my fragrance Mount Rushmore. And what I mean by that is they're kind of the fragrances that started it all, at least for me. The first one on the mountain is actually the first fragrance I ever bought with my own money, and it kind of set the standard for fresh fragrances for me, and it is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Just the original one, and to be honest, I still actually really like the way it smells. It's fresh, it's aquatic, it's a massive mass appealer. To be honest, the only really bad thing about it is the fact that it's got abysmal performance, which is why I overspray the crap out of it. Like I said, this has kind of become the benchmark for fresh fragrances in my collection, so if you don't smell at least this good, you're just boring. This next one, I believe everyone has at least tried it or had it at some point, especially when they were teenagers, and it is Versace Eros. This has basically been like the mass appealing or like club fragrance out there for a very long time. It's minty, aromatic, vanilla sweet. Most importantly, it's loud and attention grabbing. People still wear this out, and for good reason. It does smell good. This kind of paved the way for my love of Eros Flame, which at this point is my most complimented fragrance in my collection. But without this, you can't have Eros Flame, so this has got to be on the Mount Rushmore. The third one on the mountain is kind of the gold standard when it comes to date night fragrances, and it is YSL's La Nuit de l'Homme. Not only that, but it kind of started my love for cardamom. It's got that warm, sexy, spicy feel to it that's honestly really hard to hate. Yeah, it's not that strong, but because it's like a date night fragrance, it's actually a lot better that it doesn't project too much, because all it's gonna do is make you seem a lot more alluring, and it's gonna bring them in. This also paved the way for my favorite flanker, Blue Electrique, which unfortunately is just very hard to find nowadays. But again, without this, you can't have Blue Electrique, and you can't have one of the best date night fragrances out there that still to this day are put on a lot of people's lists. And to be honest, it's kind of a must-have. Before I get into my last one, these could easily have been also part of the Mount Rushmore for good reason. They're my creations. My 2 fragrances, Costa, Carta, and Costa Azul, are still available. And if you didn't know, I'm also selling samples and merch. We got hats, hoodies, tank tops, coffee mugs, we even got koozies. As far as samples, I got a bunch of niche fragrances in there. But most importantly, my fragrances are limited edition, so get yours while you can. And throw in some samples and merch while you're at it. And for the last one on the mountain, it's actually a flanker, but I smelled this way before I smelled the original one, and it is Acqua di Gio Profumo, which is a shame that it's been discontinued. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give Jeremy Fragrance some credit here because he's kind of the one that put me on this. This kind of jump-started my love for like incense and patchouli in fragrances. Like before this, I actually didn't like those notes in fragrances in general. But the more I wore this, the more I ended up liking it, and the more it really just like expanded my palette. Just the way it mixed with that marine and aromatic kind of feel just woke something up in me. The original one is good, but this is the one that really started my love for the line, and because of this fragrance, I started just getting into fragrance content in general, and well, now here we are. The rabbit hole this fragrance led me into has resulted in hundreds of fragrances and just a deeper appreciation for all kinds of fragrances out there. Again, mainly because of Jeremy Fragrance. So there you have it, my fragrance Mount Rushmore, and kind of the 4 fragrances that started all of this. Let me know what 4 fragrances impacted you, and like and follow for more fragrance content like this.